What is up, guys? Today we're going to be covering my preseason rankings, or not my preseason rankings, my 5 games into the season rankings for the 2024 NBA season. This is I've been really working hard on this list. I think this is a really fire list, and I'm pretty confident in my answers. But if you guys have anything to say about this list, please do leave it in the comments because some pretty wild takes in this list. This is my preseason list. I made this before the season started. It was made only a couple games into the preseason. I obviously had Jarace Walker too high. He's averaging like 30 points right now. Same with Cam Whitmore, who's not getting any minutes. But other than this, I think this is pretty accurate. Scoot's definitely too high, but no one knew Scoot was going to play like this so far into the season, right? So let's hop into the honorable mentions, which honorable mentions. I don't know why I put an R. So we're going to start with Sasha Vezenkov, EuroLeague MVP, really solid player. He's 8 points, 3 rebounds on 60 minutes per game. He's a good 3-point shooter, solid rebounder, good scorer. He's very old, so I don't see him improving too much. He's not getting too many minutes on this Kings team because this Kings team is aiming to be really good. So that's pretty interesting, but he's looking pretty solid. Toumani Camara, he's like up there. He's like around where Scoot's level is. I had to keep him off the list because I definitely think Scoot has more potential. But he gets a block. He's really inefficient, but a lot of rookies are so far into the season. He plays a lot of minutes. He's been rebounding solid, good defensively. He's been really entertaining to watch. Marcus Sasser, this is someone who I was thinking of putting a little bit higher, but I just don't see much upside in his. Like he's really good and he's really solid, but this might be his peak, But I think he's really good. I think he'll cool off a little bit from here because this is a wild performance. But I could definitely see him edging into the top 10. He's definitely my 11th guy. Next up, Amen Thompson. He's not been so great so far, but has definitely has potential defensively. I think he's been really good. He hasn't been really good, but he's definitely been okay throughout his couple games on the Rockets. He hasn't been getting too many minutes. He's only getting 17 minutes a game, right? Defensively, he's looking okay. He's turning the ball over a little bit too much. And he hasn't been looking the greatest, but he still has a lot of potential. His scoring, he's very athletic, obviously. And I think he'll definitely rise up as the season goes on. Pretty invested in him. He's had some pretty solid games. One where he had like 9 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. And considering he's not getting too many minutes, I think he's really not too bad. Next up is Scoot Henderson, who was the third pick in this draft. Many thought that Charlotte missed on him a lot, but so far it's not looking like the case. 35% from the field and 10% from 3. 4 turnovers, first among rookies, and 4.6 assists, which is also first among rookies, but only a 1 assist to turnover ratio is not great. His scoring he hasn't been able to hasn't been able to land shots. He's definitely good, but so far into the season, he's not looking like the superstar we expected. Someone who is looking like a superstar, not a superstar, but a star. A good role player, shall I say. It's Cason Wallace, who is basically not missed shots in the NBA. 81, 83, very efficient scorer. 3-point shot's good. I just don't see much in his game defensively or anywhere else, to be honest. He's okay at rebounding. Defensively, he's looking very okay. He's looking pretty okay, and I'm really excited to see what he can do later on, but he's actually pretty young still, 19 years old, and I really think he's going to have a bright future in the NBA as the 10th pick. So I'm actually really excited to see how he will do going on to the rest of the season. Next up is Jordan Hawkins, who's actually a big surprise. He's playing for the Pelicans, who have looked really good this season, obviously. Lost 1 game. They're 4-1 currently. He's looked like, not a star, but like a really a really good rookie. He hasn't been particularly efficient, but he still looks like a really solid player that can do good for a team. He has 0.8 steals. He's not looking efficient, but that's held down by one game where he went like 1 for 8, 8.4 points, 3 rebounds, looking really good. Pretty big surprise for the Pelicans. I did not have him anywhere near my preseason rankings top 10, but he really managed to slide in there. One more thing, Marcus Sasser, he's already 23, so I have a little lower because of that, just saying. Looking really good. I'm really excited to see how he develops. He's a really interesting player. Keontae George, someone who was drafted pretty late. I think he was drafted on the 14th pick. And I'm very proud that I predicted him to be in the top 10. He's even better than I expected. He was drafted pick 16, so right out of the lottery, which is even surprising. He's 19 years old, and he's just looked really confident. 3 assists. He's looking relatively efficient compared to a lot of rookies. 35 and 10, 41 and 35, 31 and 27, 41 and 18. He's looking like one of the most efficient out of these guys who aren't have very polished games, right? He's looking really good. Really excited. Played well so far. I'm really excited to see how he does. Derek Lively, who has been another big surprise. I had him at 10th in my preseason rankings. He's rose 5 spots since then. He's been starting for the Dallas Mavericks in a couple games, and this Dallas Mavericks still undefeated. Defensively, really good. He's gotten a block a game. Scoring, he had a crazy opener. He dropped like a 16-point double-double. Luka's gonna have him looking like Prime Shaq. Let's be honest here. He's not really missing shots. He's just looking like a really dominant center. This Mavs team's never had a really good center in their Luka era, and now they might have a really good center that can actually help them contend. And Grant Williams, he's been looking like that guy so far. So I'm really excited to see how this Mavs team's turning out. With a 4-0 start, I'm really excited. Ausar Thompson, he's actually a really big surprise. As you can tell, in my preseason rankings, I placed him at 5th. And I was pretty right. He's at 4th now. But he's been even better than I could have imagined. 4th in points, 1st in rebounds, 2nd in steal and assists, 1.8 blocks, 1 steal around on 29 minutes per game. Really good defensively. I don't know why I wrote host. Really good defensively, but the shot hasn't really fallen. He's like 36 from the field. He's not looking great he's looking okay on the shooting. It'll definitely get better. But he's been a huge surprise and a reason why this Detroit Pistons team has looked competitive in every game they played. Next up is Brandon Miller. I've been actually really excited to see him play. He's averaged 15 points or 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists, which is really good. He just has looked really comfortable on the court. There's players where they just obviously look like rookies. Brandon Miller's not one of them. He shoots the ball at a high clip. He can drive to the rim. He's a great scorer. He's just really surprised me so far. And people were saying that he's like the worst pick of the draft. He's not going to have a good career. He might be a draft bust. That's what people have been saying, but he's just proving them all wrong. He's not looking like a bust. He's looking like a Rookie of the Year candidate. That's why I have him here at 3. Looking really good. Chet Holmgren, really good. Really good. He's looked really surprising. 16 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. 2.6 blocks, which is first among rookies. He actually might be an all-star this season. Him and Victor Wembanyama are so good. Like, I just don't understand how good they can be. Like, he's just incredible. And now I'm going to go on. I didn't actually make a slide for Victor Wembanyama because I wanted to take a deeper dive into his stats on a bigger thing, right? So I'm gonna go whip that out right now. Victor Wembanyama is looking really good, and I've been really excited to see how he's been starting to play. So far, he's averaged 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 1.6 assists, 50 field goal, and 32 3-point, which is great for a big man. 2.2 blocks and 1.2 steals. He has 4 turnovers, and he hasn't looked greatest he's turned over the ball a lot and got into a decent bit of foul trouble, averaging 3 fouls a game, but he still looks really good. He just dropped 38 against Kevin Durant. He is the next Kevin Durant, but potentially even better. He's already gotten 2 double-doubles so far this season, and he's just looked really good. And I'm having one on my rookie rankings. I don't know if I'll keep him there. Chet could pass him, Brandon Miller could pass him, Asar Thompson could pass him, but he's leading in scoring, second in rebounding, and second in blocks. He's looking really good, and is one of the best players in the league right now. And I'm excited to see what he can do later on. Thank you guys for watching. Tune in for more weekly takes. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye.